Stuart, we got there in the end, must be delighted.
Yeah, naturally. It's a big win for the football club, big win for the players we've gone 8 games. So for confidence-wise, that'll make a big difference naturally. It's a big win for me and Kenny. I think it's been 8 games for players. It's been 11 months for us. So it was always a difficult one tonight with the conditions. Stevenage, bottom of the league, fighting for their lives. We said to the boys, make sure they don't want it more than us first and foremost. And sometimes the conditions and the surface it is, thankfully the strong winds, didn't materialise, which would have made it a bit of a farce. But it's about character, and they've come with obviously 5-4-1, 3 big centre halves at the back. Always difficult to break down, is that. But you've got to chip away at it, and the worst thing that can happen is you go down because then they sit further back in. So yeah, I think first half we were very rash with us shooting again, blazing it miles over and not making the keeper make a save. And we wanted Shea to be more involved just before he did at half time, when he got near Noves and the keeper's made a good save and just gone wide. We didn't want him playing out left, wide or too deep. We wanted him almost as a third striker at times when they're playing 3 centre backs. So obviously second half we said at half time, and he took that on board and played a little bit more central at times, but then came off the left and he took 2 great goals. Delighted for him. But all in all, it showed a good character to come back. There was obviously half time. There was a little bit of despondency. And when you're going through a run that your confidence, you need to stand up and be counted. You just got to make sure you do the dirty parts of the game well, get on top, and then I think second half we started to put a few passes together, a little bit of composure. I know it's a difficult surface, but when we did that, we looked a better side.
Mention that word, character. How encouraging is it to see them signs? Are they the kind of values that you're looking for in this side? Obviously, a goal down at half time, we've come back and scored 3 to win.
Yeah, obviously that's a good trait to have. We don't want to keep going goals behind right enough, but it was good that we've come back and shown that. But I think most important is that the lads have got a lift from that. If we not taking 3 points tonight, it'd have been a bit doom and gloom around the football club, the supporters, the players, everybody really. We needed to start with a bang. In the 2 home games, minimum we needed to take 4 points, so tonight was a must-win game really. Not for looking at getting in the playoffs or anything, but just for the club in the whole and for the players as a whole and the supporters to keep that sort of feel-good factor going a little bit, which thankfully to come back from 1-0, because it'd have been like if we'd gone home tonight and got beat 1-0 to the bottom of the league, it would have been really difficult to lift everybody. But it's something we've got to do, win, lose or draw. Next time you're in, you try to do better than you did. So second half a lot better. We know there's a lot of hard work to do, there's a lot of things we can improve on. I've got disappointed players who didn't get on tonight, I've got disappointed players who are in the stand. So it's trying to give everyone a chance so we can see but also there's a lot of players who've not had a lot of football. We knew tonight Hope wouldn't last. We thought Shea would struggle, with the amount of nerves up front on a heavy part like that. Dylan Motley-Henry on the right, and then Adam gets an injury. So it's we're trying to get the substitutions right tonight, and in the end, the lads deserve great credit for a good fight back.
It's proved a bit of a difficult week for us so far in terms of weather and training arrangements and things like that. How much courage do we have to show tonight to sort of get the result, come out and get the result based on that?
Yeah, I think I heard at half time the lad was saying it. The pitch isn't as bad. You can actually, because it's a little bit slicker and wet, it won't dry and bumpy, it won't blow in a gale. You can actually put some passes together. And I think we did that a little bit more. And Reevesy got on the ball a little bit more for us and made some passes in there. And Woody gets forward, as we said. We won't. Maybe Adam to sit a bit quiet at times on the right, but certainly Woody to get forward because he's got a great left foot. And hence the second goal was a fantastic stand up at the back post. And Shea's come in and met it really well. And that's what we're asking them to do when we're going and putting balls in. It's no good crossing it if we've only got 1 or 2 in the box. We want to flood that box with at least 3, 4, 5 players, so we've got an opportunity to score a goal.
And a long trip down to Cambridge finally at the weekend. We're obviously be looking to keep this going. Sorry.
Yeah, we've got to do. There'll be a lot to look at between now and then. Both individually, a little bit of tiredness, but come Saturday, everyone should be fine. It's just seeing what we can do on Thursday, where we can train. The lads that have played the 2 games back to back will probably do a great deal. But the other boys, your Zellies, your Jamie Debbitts, Tails, a lot of lads who've not, Glenn Middleton, I could go on, need to get some football in them, and then we take it from there.